Hey everybody, it's Karen at Simply Living for Him. I'm here to do my daily devotional. I'm in my car because it's quiet here, although it's not really because now the kids just came outside. It's like they're following me. Anyway, I'm trying. So I'm here to do my daily devotional. If you enjoy these devotionals, they're on the YouTube channel almost every day. I'd love for you to like that channel and subscribe to it and share it with others. Also, you can join the Simply Living for Him online women's community where these devotionals are posted as well. So much is going on in the world. Oh my goodness, right? So much that every day I feel like I can't keep up. Some days I'm just so down about seeing so much division. And I mean, honestly, back in March, I thought the biggest division in the world was whether people thought, that the coronavirus was real or not. And it's just gotten even worse. Like, I'm not going to get into all the things because you know what they are, but I don't know what to make of it, but I do know what it says here in Ephesians 4. It says, as a prisoner of the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble, and gentle, be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, and one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. No matter what's going on in the world right now, this is what we need to do. Make every effort to keep the unity. I don't believe, quite frankly, that Karen DeBuse has the power right now to unify the whole world on all of the issues that are going on. But I do know that I have the power to share Jesus. And honestly, that's about all I can do these days. And so, it says here, make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace, and be gentle and humble and patient. The Lord knows what's going on. The Lord knows there's division. The Lord, is in all of it, even though sometimes he feels far away. He is not. He is in control of everything. And our job, I keep reminding myself, is to share the gospel with others. My job is simply to be a light in a dark world. I cannot extinguish all the darkness that is out there. That is not in my power, but that is in Jesus's power, and he is going to come back someday. He is going to have his way on this earth, right? And my job, I have to remember not to get ahead of myself and not to make myself bigger than I am. Like, sharing all the negative stuff. And every day there's like a new article to share, and it's this side against that side. And how do we live in a world that is like just completely divided in two sides? I don't really choose sides. Like, I'm on the side of Jesus. Yes, I may agree with this side, and yes, I may agree with that side. But at the end of the day, I'm siding with Jesus. He's the one that can bring unity. He's the one that will destroy division. He is the one that has the power and not me. I need to do what it says, as Paul wrote, when he was a prisoner. As a prisoner for the Lord, I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Imagine being in jail and telling people like, yeah, I'm in jail. Like, picture yourself right now thrown into jail for, you didn't do anything wrong. You preach the name of the Lord. You've been thrown into jail, and he's over there like saying, just keep preaching. Just keep living a life worthy of the calling. Just keep sharing Jesus. And in jail for all the wrong, reasons, he's saying, be completely humble and gentle and patient. I'm living in my home, and I have a hard time being humble and gentle and patient. I haven't been persecuted and put in jail. So, and then he actually says, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit. Bearing with one another in love. Do I have that love that Paul's talking about? That I am, not persecuted, even though I know some of us feel like we are. We are not, thrown in jail with literally all of our rights stripped away. And he's still saying, live for Christ, share the gospel. His urgency was for Christ, not for his well-being even. His urgency was for the gospel. I was thinking about it this morning. As you guys know, I've talked about, I once lived in complete darkness. I did not have Christ. Part of me has a hard time dealing with the darkness that I see around me because I lived it. And I know the difference. And I grieve often for, those who are living in darkness. And rather than looking down on them and saying they, are this and they are that, like I grieve because I was there. If it wasn't for God's saving grace, I would be still in that darkness. And we do people a disservice when we think they're so far gone and they're so dark that they don't deserve the gospel, that they won't react to the gospel. Maybe they won't respond, but that's not your business. Your business is to share the gospel. And that's hard, right? Because many of us are seeing all this darkness and we're feeling despair. I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. Part of me gets fearful because the negativity, the division, it's strong and I worry what's going to happen. But I'm reminded, God is in control. God is going to be the one ultimately to judge. He did not put me on this earth to condemn, but to share the Great Commission. And I know that's hard because some of us are just like, there's a lot of ugliness. We're just feeling almost like, well, they don't deserve the love of God because they're so far gone. I didn't deserve the love of God. I was so far gone. And because he graciously rescued me, I know the difference. And I remember that was once me. It's a hard thing for us to remind ourselves sometimes that there is no one out of the reach of the gospel. Yes, there is evil in this world. There is dark, 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 dark evil. And God is going to take care of that. We must remember, just as Paul said as he was persecuted, he urged us to live a life worthy of the calling we have received, being completely humble and gentle and patient, bearing with one another in love. Looking at the headlines in the news, it's hard. That is a hard thing to do. But as believers, we do what the Bible says. So I'm asking you all today to pray for the darkness, to pray for every single soul out there. Like I said, it's not our business who God is going to save. In fact, we shouldn't ever look at another soul, no matter how far they are, and be like, they're too far gone. Because what are you saying about your Lord? That he can't save them? If it is his will, he will. I know it's hard. I know it is. Like I said, I have to just stop sometimes looking at the headlines because I get really down in the dumps. And I'm just like, Lord, what kind of world are my children going to grow up in? But he knew the times that they would be born in, and he knew the times that we would be born in. And this is where we are. And so what are we going to do with the truth that we have? We can show Jesus in the smallest acts of kindness. We can, yesterday I went into the store and I prayed, Lord, let me just show Jesus to someone today. I didn't have to go and share a gospel, tract and say, do you know Jesus? I just wanted to reflect his love. That was simply all I wanted to do. And I'm doing that now. I'm going to pray every time I'm out in the world, in the store, at the gas station, wherever I am. Lord, let them see you in me. It's not my job to convert them. It is my job to reflect you. So let me know what your thoughts are and what you think. I'd love to hear from you.